Okay, put on that winter jacket. The storm is coming through. Protect yourself. We have the black Tourmaline card that jumped out, fell on the floor as I was shuffling to prepare. Also right next to the black Tourmaline that I have here, so we are always protected. Put on that fur coat. I have so much dog hair all over me. Yeah, it's all over the spread. I cannot get rid of it, and it's chilly, so I don't want to take it off. Okay, so we're going to do the hidden influences spread. It's a 5-card spread. Okay, and then we have a couple of crystals, daily crystal oracles. Okay, so actually I wanted to do this one first. So maybe we'll get a little bit more of a topic here other than it being cold when it was just 100 out. And we went from hot to cold pretty quickly, and we have rain, but it feels so nice. It's relieving. Feels good. Makes me feel like I'm back in Santa Cruz, California. Cool weather. Sodalite, speak your truth. Yeah, this has been coming out a lot lately. The throat chakra is in full force. Okay. Speak your truth. So that's going to be our kind of overall underlining theme for this reading. All right, so we're going to do number 1. Past represents events, influences, or feelings leading up to the present situation. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this deck's a little different. This is Tarot for Learning. So it's got a lot of information. So I'm just going to go kind of around the card here and talk about things that are on here or stand out to me. Okay, initially this black cat is really standing out to me. It is staring at us. It's like, what are you doing here? It's almost like protecting the queen here. We have an affirmation. I am confident and charismatic. Confident, self-assured, passionate, determined, social, charismatic. Vivacious, optimistic. Creativity and intuition. You are a natural leader who inspires others with your vision and creativity. Okay, and every card has a light side and a shadow side. Whether it is pulled out in reverse, which means upside down, or it's in upright, they will always have both meanings. If a card does happen to come out in reverse, it really is emphasizing the shadow side, which is, on this card, demanding, vengeful, lacking confidence, jealous, selfish, temperamental, and bullying. So it's just the opposite of whatever the light side is, okay? Now, I always try to stay on the light side of things, so I usually don't do reversals. If it does happen to fly out in reverse, definitely I'm going to read that because that's a message coming through. But it depends on the situation and what's happening on how I'm going to be able to read that card. And sometimes it will be more towards the negative, but I am the light. So sometimes that darkness pushes you to make a change that needs to happen for you to grow and expand. Okay, so we have love, confidence, charisma, career, leadership, independence, finance, financial stability. And then we have some time periods: May, July, November. Okay, November 22nd stands out to me. The number 13. This is a water element. It also has fire here. So water and fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are associated with this card. Your solar plexus. The answer is yes. And the Hebrew, yod. So this represents events, influences your feelings leading up to the present situation. Yeah, I feel like you're a little unsteady and unsure of your safety, and so you're always on guard, always protecting yourself, always keeping a watchful eye. Okay, but it is time for this new beginning to where we don't have to do that anymore. Feels like you were really planted in that ideal of having to keep a watchful eye all the time. You were unmoving on that situation. But now that you're hungry for something more, you must pluck the seeds to make a new start. Which brings us to our present. Indicates your current thoughts, feelings, and actions regarding the matter. The King of Pentacles. Well, we have a queen and a king here. They are different suits. Wands is about taking action, fast movement. Pentacles is about literally planting themselves. Heavy, slow. I don't know what is all over this king. It reminds me of silly putty. Like he got silly puttied. A prank that someone has played on them. You know, this king could be a little too demanding at times, and sometimes people are going to push back on that. I am financially secure and success flows to me easily and naturally. Abundance, prosperity, security. Talking about security. Ambition, kindness, patriarchy, protectiveness, businessman, provision, sensuality, reliability, safety. Wealth and stability. You have achieved financial success through hard work and wise investments and are able to provide security and stability for yourself and others. Okay, your shadow. Greedy, materialistic, wasteful, chauvinist, gambler, poor in financial decisions, explosive, possessive. Stability, success, leadership, wealth, accommodation, long-term investments, abundance. April, August, December. Number 14. So we are ascending here. 13 to 14. This is earth element. We've now added the earth to the water and fire as a foundation. Something needs to be able to hold this water and fire. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the root chakra. We have another yes, and the Hebrew is he. Yes, yes. So we are moving forward. Seems like we are planting ourselves even further into the ground. This is the literal seed that we've plucked over here from our sunflower. We've planted it. This is where we're going to grow our roots. This is where we're staying. We have a castle here. We were in the desert, feeling a little lost. We found our way. We had that Two of Wands. We went out into the open plain. We decided which way we wanted to go. We made our decision. We ended up here. It seems very lush, lots of water flowing. You have your community, you have your castle. You're very comfortable here. There's no reason for you to move. You've planted your roots. Three, hidden influence points to hidden aspects of the question you may have overlooked or are not aware of. Okay, I just got a text message said, oh, wow. I had to make sure that we were actually filming still. And I couldn't see with the text message covering it. Messages coming through. Covering up something. Wow, that's way too many. And here's the hidden influence. Hidden aspects of the question you may have overlooked or not aware of. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this one keeps popping out. This always seems to be the outcome of all the readings in the last week. The Ten of Pentacles. This is your great abundance. This is your joy, your happiness, spending time with family, which is interesting. There's also 2 dogs here because before I started this reading, I was playing with my dog and I was like, well, I really need to get going on doing my work and getting this all together and what I'm doing. And she really wanted to play and it's raining outside. And so I took the time to stop and actually play with her so that she can feel good as well, right? Because there's nothing more important than spending time with your loved ones. No money in the world can buy that for you. Okay, so let's actually read the shadow side since it's literally the hidden influence. Family disputes, bankruptcy, debt, fleeting success, conflict over money, instability, breaking traditions. Okay, there's a lot going on here with your finances. Okay. And your family might be fighting over money and paying the bills and how are we going to do this and how are we going to do that? How are we going to pay for all these things? We're not making so much money. We need to have a budget. Okay, I am grateful for the abundance and stability in my life. Legacy, roots. Literally roots, family, ancestry, inheritance, windfall, foundations, privilege, affluence, stability, tradition. Legacy and inheritance. You may be receiving an inheritance or passing down a legacy to future generations. In recognizing the importance of family and tradition. This is 10. This is endings, new beginnings. We have Earth again. Mercury in Virgo. Root chakra, answers yes and he. So this is very closely related. You know, obviously they're both pentacles, the 10 and the king. Okay, August 30th to September 14th. Okay. That's when your finances are going to start flowing in. This is when you're going to get your inheritance. For advice, may offer practical advice. Whoa. So aggressive. All right. Page of Swords. This is somebody that's learning about how to control their mind. This could be addictions, things that are kind of clogging up their brain. This could be just reeling and thinking, sitting and thinking. This could be research, because this is the page. You're literally in a book, turning the pages, learning new things, overcoming challenges. And we have yes again. Okay, heart chakra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign, number 11. You are in alignment. Curiosity, exploration, communication, learning, financial message. I embrace my unique perspective. Curious, witty, chatty, communicative, inspired, vigilant, alert, mentally agile. Curiosity and intellectual growth. You are exploring new ideas and expanding your knowledge and understanding of the world. Shadow, scatterbrained, cynical, sarcastic, gossipy, insulting, rude, poor planner. So the advice is to learn some new things. Okay, be curious again. Go back to your younger days and how you felt. Page is a younger person. That page is about its kind of start, right? Not necessarily infancy, but more of a toddler, middle schooler, learning new things, kind of this shift in your world dynamic. You know, you went from elementary school to middle school, and then eventually you're going to go to high school. These are different vibes, different tribes. Maybe you're going back to school. You could just learn on YouTube. There's plenty of people to learn awesome things from on YouTube, which, you know, I actually think is a little better than traditional schooling. Okay, but it is always about actually exploring and doing new things, trying new things. Okay, not just always being in a book or watching something on TV. Looks like a vulture outside. Big bird. Redhead. Okay, likely outcome suggests the probable outcome. Judgment. Okay, this is you being reborn. You have to die in order to be reborn. This is your judgment day. Going over your life and what you did. And what lessons did you learn? And we have another yes. So whatever your answer to your question, or whatever your question is the answer is yes. This is 20. It's about unity, divinely guided, fire, Pluto, crown chakra, and Shin. financial gain, rebirth, transformation, renewal, awakening. We have November 22nd again. Affirmation, I am ready for a new beginning. Yeah, we're talking about the new beginnings here. Self-evolution, awakening, renewal, purpose, reflection, reckoning. Awakening and rebirth. You are being called to rise above your past mistakes and start anew. Yeah. Let's forget about the shadows and the regrets and the fears, because that just kept you on edge. You didn't really have anywhere to go. You're kind of floaty out here. You were in a dry desert. And until you actually decided to plant yourself and put roots, wasn't until that was the time when you became more comfortable and started learning some new things about happiness and stability. So don't be so hard on yourself. This is a lesson that you had to learn. This is the lesson that you did learn. This is why you're in court. This is what we're talking about. You're telling the judge, this is the lesson that I learned from this. Now I can move forward. The shadow side, self-doubt, lack of self-awareness, failure to learn lessons, and self-loathing. Yeah, but you learned your lessons. Okay, it helped you to grow. You need to have that uncomfortableness, that claustrophobia of being in this casket for however long you were there, and now you're out to sea. And you're like, oh, thank goodness we are out of our boxes. We are vulnerable. Praise you. Thank you. Having gratitude. Feeling alive. Feeling good again. Renewed. Getting rid of all those old shadows, fears, doubts. The hardship. Financial hardships. The not understanding what's really important in life. Understanding that you can travel. So even though you planted yourself here, doesn't necessarily mean that you can't ever leave that area. You'll just have somewhere stable to come back to. But you can go out and explore. You can travel. You can sail the seas. Explore your emotions, how you're feeling, what excites you. You're not looking over your shoulder anymore. I mean, he is looking over his shoulder, but it's more of like in triumph, in confidence, and not so much of this weary eye looking at you funny. You get this cat's even looking at you. Okay, and here we are celebrating now. This passage that you went through. Speak your truth. Protect your energy. And I feel like this is your body literally speaking your truth. This doesn't even necessarily have to be from your throat. We got a couple of root chakras. We got crown, we got heart, and we have solar. So it's the whole body system and how it works together to speak your truth, because there is body language as well. You could be saying one thing, but actually meaning something else, but your body's probably gonna tell the truth. I don't think that's something that you can really control. because it's so internal and so deep that there's no helping that truth from coming out. Okay, some more crystals. Awakening crystal, soul awakening. I am awakening to my true essence, and I am a full expression of my soul's vibration. Yeah. Whoa, bro. Yeah, it just wants to flop everywhere. Okay, this is the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to pull Miracle in the Mundane. Poems, prompts, and inspiration to unlock your creativity and unfiltered joy. Okay, we're just going to go to a random page, read it. Okay, I think this is part of another thing. Here we go. Oh, it's like a portal. Is that it? 81, 82. Feels like there's another page there. So this is all part of one thing. Be creative every day. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we have this portal that we've gone through, walking through the dark to get to the light. Okay. The challenge. This one is going to take a while, and this one is going to be all up to you. The challenge itself is simple, but is the toughest one in this book to stick with. Do something creative every single day. At least one something, preferably dozens, hundreds. I do not care if you paint, write, draw, type, dance, sing, build, sculpt, or any other artistic and creative pursuits this world has to offer. I do not care if your creativity leaks out in the form of compassion aimed at those who may not deserve it, in self-guided meditation. I do not care if you make a snowman, sandcastle, or paper airplane. Ooh, we had a paper airplane video. I'll have to attach to here. There are no rules to any of this other than making this time to be creative at least once a day. I believe creativity unlocks so much more in our lives, from compassion to too much needed relief from anxiety or depression. I believe creativity is a fire that spreads all through our lives, painting everything in its ash and allowing new growth to emerge. I believe creativity is the key to joy, and it is the key to curiosity, to that desire to understand more and to help others understand us more. Creativity is the thing. It's the spark that starts us on fire. We can guarantee that flame stays burning. Once a day, or more if you can, do something creative. It can take moments or it can take hours. It can be one project that spans months, or it could be a month of projects spanning a day each. It doesn't matter. Be creative every day and watch what happens. Watch how your eyes change. Watch how the world changes. Watch how you change, right? How your eyes change. You don't have this weird look on your face anymore. Okay, now you're more full of hope and aspiration, determination, ready to go. Got your sword, you got your tools. You're ready, you're dressed. We're outside. When are we leaving? Okay, November 22nd seems to be a big day. Comes up a couple of times here. I said August 14th. These dates stand out to me personally. There's also April 20th on here. Okay, but the time period of which you're going to have your physical abundance is going to be August 30th to September 14th. That's when your abundance is going to be at its peak and start that uphill climb. Okay, that was your reading for today. Thank you, beautiful souls. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one. If you would like to dive deeper, get into these readings a little more, I have extendeds on there for particular readings. I might do an extended for this one. I also have personal readings. You can deep dive into your own personal situations at onewhoseeks.info. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you later. Peace out.